So, Odette and Alyosha C6. Alyosha should be able to get good uptime on this, because he should be able to trigger the reaction. He won't deal stellar damage, but he will trigger the reaction. Assume Odette hits like Inefa and check if it's reasonable. The thing about Odette is like she has 2 different attacks. Or do you want me to look at each attack every 2 seconds or one of the attacks every 2 seconds? Just as a new craftable is better, I can believe it. That makes sense. So it should be slightly better. Right, it's high base. And you get... I think the 64 is just fake. Because, like, the other one has the exact same passive and says 60. So I think this is just supposed to be 60 and it's a typo. So high base. 27.6% attack. We also get 32% attack. And we get... No, that's not 32% attack. I'm dumb. It's 32 stellar damage. And we get 120 EM. 55 instead of 52. Yeah, makes sense. One is attack and the other is damage bonus. Okay, maybe it is 128 then. Sure, whatever. Who cares? It's 8 elemental mastery. Holy 200 DPS. Big. What about Yai? Is Yai better on the new one? High base. Okay, yeah. Wait, no, you lied to me. They are both stellar. Okay, the craftable is... That makes no sense. The craftable is better. Huh. Quite a bit better, too. Because Witsith is kind of a fraud in this team. Damage percent, I removed it. Because Witsith is like... It's not 1/3. It's not half uptime. It's 1/4 uptime. Because it's every other rotation for half of the rotation. Because she doesn't snapshot the Witsith stats. And the rotation's about twice the Witsith duration. Like, it's just really not a good weapon for her. So the craftable is a pretty... Actually, a pretty noticeable upgrade. Minus 10 billets. Big. 15 with Odette. True. Okay, what's the gear here? What is Odette using as the weapon? Is she using the new one? I guess. Right? Catalyst is damage bonus and Claymore is attack. Stellar damage, Claymore. Stellar damage, Catalyst. So no, they are the same. It's the, Claymore gives attack. Am I blind? I am blind, okay. You're right. It said stellar in the description, okay? I can't read. I can't read long sentences. Doesn't Odette buffs already make her good minus the damage? I mean, she's like 10% more than Chi-Chi, but it's not full uptime, so it's like actually basically the same buff as Chi-Chi. So no, like, Chi-Chi's not great. Like, she is part of the premium team right now, because the premium team has bad options. But if her personal damage isn't good, then no, she's not good. She's not a good character. Her personal damage needs to be good for her to be a good character. I guess the 14% is like meaningful, but I don't know. 40% is a lot, man. Yeah, but it's less than most cons, and like if that's the only difference, and it's like, ugh. Anyways, okay, Odette is gonna be on this. I think this thing. Is that true? Can she even use this? Wait, maybe. How good is Alyosha's Electro app though? Like, she might be able to use it, or she might not, depending on how good Alyosha's Electro app is. Same for Sandrone and the Claymore. I'm gonna assume they didn't just release a whole line of weapons that no one can use, and that Alyosha's Electro app is fast enough that the crowd characters can trigger reactions. At least once in a while. So, 7.0 craftable. Alyosha's a 5 character, right? Of course he is. Like, his buffs don't even scale with his stacks. With his stats. Alyosha needs to be the trigger for the new set. Yes and no. Like, if you do Yai into Odette, the enemy's gonna have cryo. Into Alyosha, the enemy's gonna have, like, you trigger the thing, and then Alyosha applies Electro, and then Sandrone can trigger the reactions, and you're fine. Okay. Odette probably on Shadow, and Alyosha on the new support set. It doesn't have a name. Res Shred. Res Shred is cool and all, but, like, it's not like you need Res Shred for a team to function. Res Shred is a buff to your damage, like other buffs are. And what's a character that has Res Shred that is useful in this team, where the buff from the Res Shred is bigger than what any of these characters are providing? Maybe Sucrose? Shilonen? What is Shilonen giving? Nothing. It's just the res shred. Like, that's it. Right? So it's 1.13 divided by 0.9, right? She increases your team's damage by 25%. But, like, is that more than what these characters are doing? Fuck no, it's not. Hell no, not even remotely close. Like, yeah, it would be nice to have access to res shred, but res shred is only good if it's better than the other things you could be doing. Right? If the numbers on the units that give buffs that shouldn't be as good are just significantly bigger than the numbers on your res shred unit, then sometimes you don't use res shred, and it's fine. Anyways, Odette. We don't know base stats, so we'll have to make some assumptions. Odette, we're gonna say like 350 base attack, damage, ascension. 1 hit per second, 10 of each in a rotation. Actually, is it full uptime? I don't remember. It is, yeah. Okay. Because like, if the like design idea, like, for the vibes of the character is that she's like a dancer, I feel like it's very unlikely the hits would be slow. I think it just makes a lot of sense for 1 hit per second to be a thing, like, conceptually, for her character. Like, Nilou's hit. I mean, Nilou's hits, if you play her on field, are relatively fast. But, like, from the way they're describing it, it's like a dancing reflection that alternates between feather step and wing step. Steps aren't slow. You know, you take a step, then you take another step. You don't take a step and then take a break and then take another step. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense for it to be about 1 per second. Probably app once per 2 seconds. Does it even apply cryo? It doesn't, right? Like, does she have off-field cryo? She doesn't, right? No, she does. Maybe? I don't know. Where does it describe the thing? Okay, will also deal additional AoE cryo damage. Okay, so she still does cryo hits. What damage then if not cryo? Stellar Conduct is not cryo. Like, Stellar Conduct damage and cryo damage have things they share and things they don't share. Right? Like, the font of the text is different. The way that it looks at resistances is the same. Stellar Conduct damage that's cryo doesn't actually apply cryo, so it doesn't give you any stacks. But yeah, like, I think my expectation is 2 hit ICD, 1 hit per second. So 1 cryo up every 2 seconds. 2 hit ICD. Are we even using the burst? We're not, right? Like, burst is something you only use if you have cons for the personal damage. I feel. I didn't even read the cons, but I assume some of them do personal damage. There's a burst every other rotation, but, like, is it even worth it? It doesn't do any damage. It gives her... Shut up! It gives her some stellar damage bonus. But, like, is she doing enough damage that you want to lose half a Sandrone charge attack? Just for 40... Like, maybe 50 at level 10? I don't know. 50 stellar damage bonus? What's the point? Can replace the initial E. I mean, maybe if the initial E animation is really slow, I could see it. But, like, you know, Linnea can use her Q to replace her E instead. Do you do that? No, you don't. So, like, it also deals damage, but it's not stellar damage. It's cryo damage. In other words, it's garbage. It doesn't deal damage. It does nothing. Okay, so 350 and the sword is 510, right? 510. Attack percent. Main stat times 2. Substats. The weapon gives 32% attack. Is that it? 18 from Shadow. Then we'll have to add Alyosha stuff, but we'll get there in a second. Crit value. Okay. Is Cryo Resonance uptime significantly worse with Alyosha? I would expect that it is, yeah. So, let's nerf our Cryo Resonance uptime to half uptime. Explain why every pre-league calc preferred Escafie over Beto. Escafie only provides Cryo Res Shred and her damage, while Beto is also EM and Electro? Is it just a matter of energy requirements? Beto duration is not full. The EM buff doesn't apply off field. So, like, the way, how much she buffs Yai isn't actually much better. Her animations are longer. She can potentially force you to extend your rotations. Less flexibility. Less stacks, because her application is slower. Less car resonance uptime. Less personal damage. They're still pretty close, but I did have Iskafi slightly higher than Beto usually. Okay. Any other crit? What'd she get for stats in her own kit again? Did she get anything? She gets stellar damage and that's it, right? And a true multiplier, but that's just, yeah. That's not stats. Why don't we put Odette on 2vs2vs attack as base, more attack and no triple shadow? Because that's a lot worse. Like, for the same reason we don't just put Alyosha on Emblem so he has more ER. Because, like, you know, attack is cool and all, but there's other things you care about as well. That being said, we are not at 3,000 attack here, so we might actually go for a different weapon. Let's look at Finale. That makes sense to me. Can't proc Finale. Alyosha heals. Heals after Odette. His burst lasts forever with the thing, so you still get it from the last rotation. You can actually just go Alyosha before Odette, right? Because the new set can be triggered off field, so you don't need to trigger it before you swap to your carry. It can just happen, and then you're fine. Isn't the healing legit Yonsan level? No. The reason why Yonsan's healing is so bad isn't just because the numbers are low, it's because it happens like 3 times per rotation, and you don't actually have full control over when it happens. So sometimes it just heals the wrong character. Right, Alyosha is pretty like consistent every 2 seconds. So even if it's not the highest numbers, it's still kind of like enough. C4 also heals. C4 might not heal the character that has Finale though, so... But like... Yeah. Yeah. Alright, damage percent. We don't have Yai's thing. We do have this, we do have this. Elemental Mastery. We're looking at before we get Alyosha stuff. She doesn't get any EM in her own kit, right? So it's just 80 from substats, and that's literally it. Ooh. Embarrassing. Yeah, multiplier. We'll have to change that with her thing. Okay, so let's change that. It's 28 now, because we have the extra character that enables the field. One Denver Crafter. We changed the weapon. I didn't actually mark it down, but we did change the weapon. Doesn't she only give 7? No, she gives 14 to both. It's the Traveler that gives 7. Remove YC1. I removed the damage percent from YC1 because Odette is not Electro. Okay, now she gets her own 60%. And we're just not pressing the burst button, so that's it. The rest of the team... So let's say her field time is 3 seconds, during which the rest of the team is at 0. Then 1 at 15, 1 at 30, 1 at 45. That's 6 seconds, so the remaining 14 at 60. And we do this. That makes no sense, sorry. I'm dumb. Oh, right, I'm dumb. Right, it's sum this times this divided by 20. So 46.5 average. Does she only get her own 60 at C6? I don't think that's true. When Odette summons a Soul of Reflection, she gains 4 stacks. And each stacks increases your stellar damage by 15. So no, she gets it. Does it expire every rotation or carry over? I would assume that it expires. Read later. Yeah, lasting until the Solar Reflection leaves the field or is resummoned. She loses the stacks. Oh yeah, I guess she does have off-field damage. I forgot. I was just thinking about like the on-field portion of her damage. So I guess we need to have 2 different EM multipliers for her. The all-field average is going to be 55? No. This is 5, right? Yeah, 5% average for the off-field and 60% for the on-field. Does Steam play like a quick swap? It just, when she casts the skill, it deals damage. It says transfers, she loses it. I'm aware. But she doesn't lose it before she does the thing. She loses it after she does the thing. And the thing deals damage. So when she deals her initial hit, you know, the hit that's fucking 200 instead of 27, she does have it. So we need to split it in 2 for when she has it and when she doesn't. Okay. Effective attack here. I don't really need any of that, sure. Effective attack 2. Kind of stays the same. Effective attack Stellar Conduct 1. This crit multiplier, yeah. Effective attack Stellar Conduct 2 for the off-field damage. We don't have this one. It looks at this one instead. Motion value. So, skill damage. These are talent level 1. So we do 1.7 for talent level 9 times 108.1. How many instances of the continuous damage should we assume she gets? Like 5? Probably? I don't know. 3? 5? It doesn't matter, it's cryo damage. It's not stellar damage. So it doesn't matter how many we assume, honestly. Then we have Feather Step 43 times 10. And Wing Step 51.5 times 10. Motion value Stellar Conduct. We have 203 plus 27. No, no plus. This is the on-field portion of it. And then the off-field portion, 27 times 10. 32 times 10. Don't forget her true multiplier. Yes. Okay. And then we have times minimum of 1.3. No. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Maximum of 0. Minimum of 1.3. 1 plus total attack minus 1,000 times how much? 1.5% per 100. 1.5% per 100, which is 1.3 here. If we go 2,000 attack, it should be 1.15. And if we go 0 attack, it should be 1. It's not. Fucked up the max part of it. Oh, right. Max should be 1 here. There we go. My bad. Yeah, because like I set the max thing so that if she's somehow, because I fucked something up, below 1,000 attack, it doesn't make her lose attack, and I said the min thing so that it doesn't go above 30%. Anyways, is that only to the stellar damage? It is, right? Yeah. Okay. And this is actually here. Okay. Damage. Bam. So, if we assume that you get 1 hit per second, she actually does slightly more personal damage than Yai. I guess 27 is a pretty small number, but if you get a lot of small numbers, that's kind of a big number. If we go to Alyosha, I haven't added anything of Alyosha's yet. Isn't the 27 level 1? Yes, but I have a 1.7 times 1.7 for the multiplier at level 9. I guess on level 1. I think Stellar follows the same thing, right? On level 1, 81.7. On level 9, 150.1. Oh, that is not 1.7. Uh-oh. Am I dumb? Oh, that's because it's a normal attack talent, actually. Right. Because this on level 1, 21.6. On level 9, 36.72. Yeah, that's 1.7. Yeah, okay. Right. We're giving the eye the 1.4x. Like, from the stellar field, you mean? Yes. If you're talking about something else, then no, because I don't know what you're talking about. Is it actually Fav? Like, the only character's burst you care about in this team is Sandrone's, right? Maybe it's not Fav. I guess there's no other good weapon, though, so who cares? New Battle Pass? I mean, the new Battle Pass is just Fav. Like, it's just another Fav. So if Fav doesn't do anything, the new Battle Pass weapon won't do anything either. Alright. We need to add Alyosha's buffs now. So, assumptions for Alyosha. I don't know. Let's say, like, 220 base attack. Probably gonna be ER Ascension, honestly. Either that or healing bonus. Talent level 10 is like 22%. Talent level 13 is 25%. Yes, I did add the 14% back. One app for 2 seconds. Okay, so 220, 565. Attack percent. We probably just go like... Does it matter? Do we need ER Sands? We probably don't need it with the C1 energy. But also, like, it's not like he deals damage, right? Yeah, for the heal, maybe. Sure. What's a 2-piece on the new set again? It's attack, right? Yeah. So we get an extra 30% attack. Crit value 60, 62.2, 20 times 6.6, 15%. Yeah. Damage percent. How much ER are we at here? Like 180 probably from substats. This is not ER above 100. Interesting. So he only needs 200 ER to cap this out. That's interesting. Anyways, 180 ER times 0.35%. Alright. Now, we have to add his buffs. So, 50% attack to the whole team. 100 EM to the whole team. 50% reaction damage from both his own kit and the SIG. Or the set. Yeah, you're right. I didn't actually give the Odette buff to the others. I forgot. It's... How much did I say the average was? It was 55, right? Yeah. Alright, man. Oh, it was 45. My bad. You're right. You're right. You're right. It won't be 45% running, though. It'll be 55% running. Because the reason why it's 45 for Yai, and for... Yeah, for Yai, actually. Only for Yai. Is because she's still hitting during Odette field time. Right? Sandrone isn't. So she's never hitting when the buff is at 0. It's only once it starts actually stacking up that she starts hitting. So, yeah, still. Isn't the damage 25 and get double at C6? Yeah, so it's 50. But the set bonus is also 50. And I hadn't added the set bonus yet. Oh! It's not 1.7, because it's talent level 13, right? Well, 12. It's just times 2. Oh, yeah, I see one on Alyosha, you're right. How important and meaningful. We're assuming C6? Yeah, we're looking at C6 first. We'll look at the other one after. Holy 7k personal DPS. Insane. Big. Okay. Now, let's, like, add a little bit of realism. Odette is definitely going to have longer field time than Chi-Chi does, right? So, let's say your rotation length goes up to 22. You get more Yai hits as a result. You don't really get an extra stellar hit, though. We can take a look at C0 Alyosha as well. Which is going to be 22%, 50 from this, or 25 from this. So 183 instead of 215. Pretty big difference.